Chapter 6. My Dad's Camel.
He was not a camel that my father used for carrying heavy loads and things. He was a riding camel, and my father was very fond of him. He was babied in a kind of way. He was like having a champion racehorse, and he was too. He looked every bit an aristocrat camel to look at. And when we were getting close to a station where my father was carrying the loading to, from a distance you could see the station roofs. And Baba, my father, would say, well, I'm going ahead and getting them ready for unloading. He and Raja would set off racing, and they'd be at the station a good 2 or 3 hours before we arrived there. My father needed him for anything fast that needed to be done, and he needed to go ahead. It was called going ahead. Well, he would leave the team behind, and he would go ahead on Raja, because he'd just call out, I'm going ahead. And we'd know that he's going ahead to a station. Raja was a beautiful-looking camel. I don't know what happened to him, whether he was sold for breeding or what happened, but my father was very fond of him, and I know it was a very swift, very graceful kind of a camel. He had long, kind of slender racing legs, and he walked very, very gracefully. His camel skin was of a very light blonde look about it. He really was a very fast camel.
You rode on Raja with Dad to go ahead. What did it feel like as a young kid riding on Raja with your dad?
Well, you felt very secure because you were with Dad, you know. I mean, it was a privilege. I just loved it because it made you feel very important because you were going ahead with Baba, what you call going ahead. For a small child, it's very important because you'd go ahead to a station and, you know, they'd see my father get off the camel and then this kid get off looking very important. You probably weren't important, but you thought you were.